Hey everyone, I'm Jet from inthirdperson.com, personal look at video games, board games, and other nerdy pursuits. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. And we're gonna play some Overwatch today. Last time we tried to play this, my internet crapped out like, it was about 2 weeks ago, and I see Player 2 Start is in the chat. Good morning, Randy. I see Ian's in the chat. Adventure Rules, he did his debut stream last Thursday playing some Paper Mario Thousand Year Door. I have it on good word that it's going to be even better next week. So go back Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern time, twitch.tv/adventure rules. I'll most likely be there too. I gotta find the balance though. I don't want to spoil Paper Mario for myself. So I don't know what that is. Maybe it's audio only. Maybe I just drop by here and there. But definitely want to support you, Ian, however I can. And also enjoy the show. I thought you were very entertaining. Okay, you guys ready for some Overwatch? Let's hop into quick play. Randy said he's gonna join in a bit. Ooh, oh man, that DPS time. 7 minutes. I got it every time they show the loot box. I gotta take the loot box. You gotta give me the loot. We also have like 5 loot boxes to open, so we'll do that all in one. I will do one at a time. We'll do one at a time while we're waiting. Oh no, I'm dropping some frames here. Yeah, the Sunday streams, I find that the internet is not as great on the Sunday mornings as it is any other time. Whoever my neighbors are, y'all need to stop the downloading. Stop with the 4K Netflix. Stop with the server farm that you're keeping in your basement. Whatever it is, please. We have a show to run here. But yeah, how's life? Oh, we're about to get into the game. I was just about to switch an interlude, talk about some other things, but game time. I don't want to play as. I know I'm playing as healer. I still like to shoot stuff. I like Zenyatta for being able to hit really hard. Oh, Ana, okay. I'll probably play like a easier to just shoot the dudes. Ugh. Play some Batista start. So yeah, what'd you guys get up to in the last few days? My wife and I did some spray paint art. It was a lot of fun. We bought some more supplies, so we've rounded out. We did a better job of rounding out our color selection. We've got like between 10 and 20 cans of paint. We killed at least 2. I think our purple is done and one of our blacks is done. If you're interested in starting spray paint art, and like if you want to do minimal investment, because if you're thinking like, oh man, this looks really cool but it's really expensive, which it can add up. I would say to start, best way to start, get 1 black can of spray paint, 1 white can of spray paint, and buy a couple of Bristol boards at Walmart. Walmart has like this brand called Art Skills of glossy Bristol board. It works. That's my go-to palette for, or my go-to canvas for spray paint art versus like a traditional canvas. I think it works better because of the glossy finish too. So yeah, black can of spray paint, white can of spray paint. You can get those for, and make sure they're glossy spray paint. So between $5 to $10 a can. So let's say $10 to $20, and then the boards, at least in Canada, are like 50 cents each. So let's say it's like 30 cents US. So for like $20 to $30, you can get started. I should probably heal some people too. So yeah, we went shopping. One of the things, here we go. Here's an interesting thing. The grocery shopping meta in a post-pandemic world. Right now, there are limits to how many people can be in the stores at any given time. And I find, like, I don't like the lines. Pretty much most of the time where I've gone to the store, there have been lines, and then you're spending, what, 20 minutes to half an hour in line, and then the lines in the stores take a while. Like, it becomes a whole process. But we have discovered that if you show up, at least in our area, if you show up before 11 o'clock in the morning, there's no lines on the weekend. And you can just walk right in, get your stuff, get out. By 11, the line's already formed and you're boned. So try to get in before. Yeah, other than that, yeah, we've been building towards that. We cut stencils. Oh man, the stencil experience is so much better this time because my wife and I got her a Cricut for Christmas. Like, it's a machine that cuts paper and other materials. Like, you load in a file of, like, here's the outline that I want you to cut, and then it cuts the thing. And it worked. It worked great. It's so much better than spending hours at a time while cramping your hands. Uh-oh. And so, yeah, I know it's like, it's another couple $100. You don't necessarily need that to start. If you plan on doing like stencil art, like you can just print something off the computer, cut it out by hand, and that will work too. I should probably throw down a lamp so my guys aren't dying. There we go. Oh man, we are getting flanked at every side here. This is not great. Okay, stay alive, stay alive, stay alive. Oh, you're getting hacked. Get out of here. This is bad. This is bad. All right, stay alive, stay alive, stay alive. Oh, Anna, no! I said stay alive. All right, throw down another lamp. Ah, no! Ian says, thanks for the shout out. Had to lurk for a few minutes while buying breakfast. Ooh, what you buying for breakfast today? We were doing so well holding down the fort, and now they've scraped us. Hopefully we can get back there in time to challenge. There we go. We got at least one person there challenging. Get him, Hanzo. Oh, no. No! Darn it! Okay, they don't have a lot of time to move the vehicle. So that's the silver lining here. Uh-oh. Although, now we're getting blown up. Burger King. It's for Destiny. I ate a bit earlier. Ooh, Burger King breakfast. What's your go-to at Burger King? I generally go with the Whopper. I mean, like, that's the most basic of answers. Yeah, I don't go to Burger King that much.
What an interesting hypothesis.
Oh, jeez. Nope. Yeah, this is not good. I need to do more to heal. Thank you. Shoot, I've also got my... Uh-oh. Hey, thank you. Ah, we got hacked. We got hacked. Okay, get out of here. Oh, no! Reinhardt's coming at me. Oh. Thank you, Zenyatta. Can we stop them here? This would be nice if we could just hold them off. Also, here. Hey, there we go. That got one person down. I'll take it as a win. yeah, in terms of like breakfast takeout food, I think maybe it's a Canadian. Tim Hortons is a Canadian institution. That's what Steph and I usually do. Otherwise, it's Starbucks. But if we were to do like a more traditional fast food place, it would probably be McDonald's for convenience, and some of their stuff tastes good. Uh-oh. Oh, was I gonna reach there? I don't think I was. We could try though. Here we go. Huh. Where are you, Echo? Bye. Hey, we did a thing. All right. I think we're doing a pretty good job of holding them down here. Uh-oh. Nope, don't die. Don't die. Don't die. I think we're gonna do okay here. Uh-oh. Yeah, I'll probably switch to... Oh, come on, stay alive, stay alive. Zenyatta, get back here. Dude. Oh, no. One. We probably still won. I'll take it. I'll take... Oh, no, wait. No, guys, do the thing. Uh-oh. 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 All right, hold the fort. Hold the fort. Okay, I still see Bastion here. I see Orisa still around. Throw this down, and let's hit some shot. There it is. Hey, good job, team. Go, team. How'd I do? 10 and 4. A couple bronze. Ian says, my favorite place to get breakfast out here is Hardee's. You may know as Carl's Jr.'s. Okay, we have neither of those things. Also, good morning, Pete. Good afternoon, Pete. How's it going? Their biscuits probably increase heart attack risk by a solid 5%, but they are delicious. All right. I'd say let's do one more game, and then we'll do some spray paint art review. I'll talk through the process. I think, yeah, we'll take intermissions so that I'm not doing it during match queue. I think that's probably a good time to also switch to DPS. Yeah, how are you doing today, Pete? Again, I'm Jet from inthirdperson.com. Personal look at video games, board games, and other nerdy pursuits. We're playing some Overwatch, and throughout the show, we're going to talk about some spray paint art. I did some spray paint art yesterday. I've got some videos to share. If you want to go and spoil it, you can go to my YouTube channel right now, twitch.tv/inthirdperson, and all the videos are there. Actually, I've got the, where is it? Where is the window capture? Yeah, so I've got the videos already queued up. So when it's time, we'll do one more game, and then we will talk about spray paint art, Overwatch, all that stuff. I need to do an Overwatch spray paint art. I realized after yesterday's session that I haven't done one of these yet. Oh, I just switched out. I'll hop on after your next game. Okay. Cool, Randy. Let's try some Zenyatta. And Eurovision Division. Yes, I saw that you were doing that. It was yesterday, right? Yeah, sorry I didn't make it out. It was all spray painting in the afternoon. I'll have to catch up, but I hope you had a good time playing the Division. I have not actually watched any Eurovision. I only heard about it a couple years ago. My friend and former coworker Patrick immigrated here from Ireland, and he swore up and down that Eurovision was one of his all-time favorite things. And I was like, what is this? Oh, it's like International American Idol, and all the countries are competing. I was like, what? And I never got around to watching it. 5 solid hours of pew pew. That's a lot of Division.
5, 4, 3.
It was an experience. All right. Nevertheless, I appreciate, and this is one of the reasons, like one of the things I appreciate in streamers now that I have a better understanding of how streaming works, is that I love watching streamers push push the boundaries of their own capabilities and creativity. I want to see streamers get weird. I want to see streamers like try new things, and whether it works or not, just being brave enough to, and not even just creative enough and brave enough to be like, I'm gonna do more than just I'm gonna show up in the corner of the screen and then play a video game. And I know that's basically your half of the stream and Kim did other stuff, but it's a team effort. The ballads were a low point. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna have to go back and watch this video. Oh man, stop dying, guys. Stop dying. Everybody stop dying. I said. Okay, you can heal up a little bit. Oh. Here, Reinhardt, get it. Okay, next rush, I will get them to embrace tranquility. Here, there it is. All right, don't die. Don't die. Do the thing. Do the... Okay, no one's doing anything. Don't die on me. Don't die on me. I think we're doing a decent job at holding them down. Get out of here. Oh yeah, Jet, you definitely want to see it. It's so bad it's good. Not from later levels of course. Kim and Peter are great. Okay. Kim and Peter are always great. I had no doubt about that. Yeah, I think... Did Athena end up streaming yesterday? I know she was playing... She was painting a deck. I'm sorry I missed all the streams yesterday. We were busy. And again, I keep telling people don't apologize for not coming to the stream, but then now here I am apologizing for not going to other people's streams. Uh-oh. They're in the spot. We need to go and fix that. Sure, we'll give you some healing. Yeah, definitely. Well timed, although... Uh-oh. Darn it, guys. I was glad to get to watch you all. Usually time zones make it a bit tricky. That is a challenge. She streamed for a bit but had technical problems. Oh no, what kind of technical what kind of technical problems are we talking about? I wonder if she has a VOD I can check out. And not to say that it's my responsibility to go and just travel around the internet and fix everyone's streams. There's actually a guy who does that, by the way. There's a guy whose whole site is to offer tech support for streamers, and he does charge for his services. But if you were ever looking for like one-to-one consultation with someone who probably knows a lot more about streaming than I do, that service is out there. Uh-oh, they are just storming the castle here, and I'm in a bad spot because this is not where I want to be. Ah, I'm down. Jet, the real stream doctor. Oh, man. No, no, no. Also, the Wolf of Turnip Street. Yes, I did. Man, we made bank. I had like 5 mil sitting in the bank now thanks to our latest score, but I did drop another... I bought another 8,000 turnips, so that's another full set. Today we got a bit of a discount on our starting prices, so I spent I think it's like somewhere around between 700 and 800,000. And at this point I'm not even really playing Animal Crossing anymore. It's more that I'm right now I'm primarily playing for the turnips and having money to buy things should I decide I want to buy more things, which I do. And also, what is Mercy doing back here? Trying to flank our team and shoot. There we go. Alright guys, stand strong. He certainly doctored my stream. I'd still be losing 50% frames. Yeah, that was a crazy number, Ian. Like, unfortunately I didn't catch that before. Not to say that I would have been able to diagnose that sooner, but because I didn't want to spoil myself, I was going audio only, and I was like, yes, the stream's great. And then towards the end, I turned it on, and I was like, is this like, did Paper Mario just not run at like a butter smooth frame rate? Like, it wasn't the worst. Like, I've seen, those frame drops were spaced out in a way where like you could still watch it. And then afterwards, oh man, where it just looked like the game was maybe not the smoothest, but yeah, but then we did some troubleshooting and found, yeah, 55% encoding lag is a really rough number. Speaking of, I see that we're hitting some, a little bit of drops there in the, yeah, that's internet stuff. Okay, all right, tranquility, guys. Heal up, don't die. I might have blown that too soon, because now everybody's dead. Oh yeah, my internet's a little shaky right now.
Activating the barrier. 30 seconds.
I appreciate that everyone was so supportive, but I think the level of positivity I received was disproportionate to the technical quality of the stream. It was a total shock when I watched it back and it looked as bad as it did. I think one of the things, I think technical proficiency. Uh-oh. Oh man, no, we might lose it right here. Oh no, that last second push. Yeah, I did blow my ultimate too soon. I was about to say technical proficiency is not everything. There are people who stream with less gear, worse gear. I remember seeing one Tetris 99 streamer had double-digit viewers, and they were streaming in 480p with a webcam pointing to the TV and just using that microphone. Look, 11 to I did well. I'm gonna at least take at least I did my part. 44% kill participation for your healer. Just saying. And I still did like 3,600 healings. I got 5 medals. So y'all need to step it up. That's all I'm saying. Gotta do family video call stuff, so be back in a bit. Okay. Take care, Pete. I was just about to start spray paint stuff. All right, Randy's on. Okay, let's do one more game. We'll get Randy in here. Actually, no. You know what? Randy, if you want to leave the group, I'm gonna do a couple minutes on spray paint here, and then we'll get you in. All right, spray paint interlude. We are going to start with the piece that I shared on Instagram yesterday, and this is one I was really excited for because I had a vision for it. I was like, I really like this one movie called Into the Spider-Verse, and I mean, you guys have heard of it, right? The Miles Morales, Spider-Man, Peter Parker, Spider-Gwen, everybody together, one of the best, if not the best superhero movie of all time. And I wanted to do something with that, but I didn't know exactly what. And then I remember seeing like this promo poster that had the buildings up, and then he's upside down, like floating up towards the buildings with a Spider-Man logo. And I decided to do my own take on that. So I've got it here. And this is the piece. I know I can't back up to show all of it. There it is. More or less this. And so some of the things that are going on here is, one, my wife and I got a Cricut machine to cut stencils, and so I cut this out, the spider logo, and then I cut Miles Morales. This was the positive, so this was like the actual thing. The stencil was this. Miles Morales was the stencil, so there was a hole on the inside of a paper, and then I left the outside as paper, and then I just sprayed in the middle. And then the buildings also was a stencil, but the widest I could go with my Cricut machine's about here, so I had to add extra to the sides, which I'm probably gonna cut. I'm probably gonna cut this piece down to like here. And so if you want to see how I made it, I will show that video. And you're eating waffles right now. Okay, cool. Let's cut to the tape. So this is actually, you can find this video right now on the YouTube channel, youtube.com/inthirdperson. And I'll kind of walk through the process here. This is in, here, I'll slow it down. Oh, that's spoilers. That's the Rosalina I made. Okay, here. So yeah, starting out, you put down the logo and then you spray the different colors that you want. So here I wanted white and red, and then you use the plastic bag and you place it down, you crumple it, and then you rip the bag out to create sort of textures into the logo, which I will zoom in here. If I don't know if you can see it, but yeah, you can see some texture, some white and red in there. Then I put down the stencil of the building over top, and I sprayed just so I could see the outline of roughly where the buildings were going to be, and then I sprayed it black, that whole area black. I took the stencil off, then I put the stencil back on, and I put the stencil back on for the spider logo because I wanted to put in the sky, and so I went with a light blue covering the building, not covering the buildings, but over top the gap of the buildings. I wanted the buildings to stay and then the clouds to look like they're in the background, even though I sprayed them in the front. And then I went over with the dark blue. Where is that part of the video? Hold on, we'll get to that. Okay, there's the dark blue, which is the dark part of the sky. I actually missed a step in this video. I forgot to hit record. I recorded over an hour of footage. And I missed this final step because I started hitting stop because there was a lot of dead air. I think, yeah, the streaming might have been rough because there was just a lot of time where I wasn't doing anything. So yeah, when you take out the stencil after spray painting the sky, there's the spider logo there. And then, yeah, here I missed the part where I sprayed Miles in. So this is me after the fact taking the stencil out. And so that's what it looked like. Ta-da! Miles Morales. And yeah, I think I'm gonna flash it to the camera. I think we can pause here. Cool. Oh yeah, because that's running at normal speed. So some of the things, lessons learned from that particular piece. I think if I were to run this back, one, I would make it smaller. I think the fact that my buildings couldn't stretch all the way across, there are probably ways of me like replicating and doing other ways around, but I don't think I need this gap here. I would just cut that out completely or build it in such a way that I didn't have that gap. It's fine, you can cut the canvas afterwards. Here you can see up close the texture. So there's like bits of white in the spider red. There was a piece here in the logo where it stretches way down, but because the cricket was the cut was so thin and I didn't have any weights to put on that area, it just kind of lifted up a bit, so it only trailed a little bit. It still looks good, but it's not like 100% accurate, which is fine. I originally had this idea of putting Miles over top of this logo, and I guess it would have worked, but I think it would have hurt the readability of it, so I just put him a bit lower. I think if I went back at it, I would probably do some more stuff to make the sky a little more interesting. Ideally, I'd have at least one other color in between to transition to the dark blue. And I might do clouds or something to just give this area a little more life. But overall, though, I think it's a pretty solid first attempt. And this was probably the most complex one to make because of the stencils and understanding, like, and this is one of the interesting things about like spray paint art is especially if you're using stencils of like, do I need the version that's like just the shape? Do I need the version that's a piece of paper with the shape in the middle? How do I spray paint this in order to get this effect without spray painting over stuff I've already done? So in that way, it's kind of a puzzle, piecing it all together. Yeah, so there's the Spider-Man art. Let's go play some more Overwatch. And then we'll go through the other piece. I guess we can do the Rosalina one next because you guys kind of already saw it. Ugh. Back at it. Overwatch. Really cool to see the process. Yeah, I'm glad you enjoy that. I'm sorry I didn't stream it. But the video makes it a lot easier. You would have seen a lot of dead air had I actually got it to work. Randy's in the party. I'm gonna queue up as DPS. Maybe we'll have more time to talk about said things. So again, if you're just tuning in, I'm Jet from inthirdperson.com, personal look at video games, board games, and other nerdy pursuits. We are playing Overwatch. We're talking about spray paint art as well, and whatever you guys got going on, life-wise. I think the thing with spray paint art, I would suggest if you're interested in doing it, and like why you should start doing it, it doesn't, and why you probably, I think the biggest hurdle, like not even cost, is space. The challenge is that you need to be in a space where you have a lot of open air, fresh air you can breathe, or a room with lots of windows that's well ventilated. Most people don't have that type of infrastructure in their house, so we do it outside in the backyard. And on one hand, it's great that we have this open air space, and that acts as great ventilation. The problem is wind. There's actually 3 problems. Like, the environment is a problem. Wind. Stuff will, if it's a windy day, things will blow around, which is tough because oftentimes we have our pieces drying on the floor on the side and they blow around, they get in the grass. Bugs can just like crawl on your stuff as it's drying, they get stuck to it. We've seen hair get stuck in there. And the temperature. I think that one of the challenges is, I think going into the summer, is that spray paint can dry really fast. And some of the techniques involved require you to, you spray a bunch down. You might spray a large portion of it, and then you put the plastic bags down to rip. But by the time you're ready to rip the paint, it's already dry. Oh, wait, it kicked us out of the queue. Oh, man. Oh, we gotta start again. Darn it. Okay. Ian says, so I made a silly mistake yesterday and accidentally went to Athena's stream as my fake testing my equipment account. Oh, everybody knows your burner. Oh, Randy got disconnected. Uh-oh. Okay, do we want to try queuing back up or getting you back in the party? Is that something I can do while we queue up? Oh man, we were just about to start that game too. Yeah, I wonder what the adventure rules burner is. Yeah, Randy, let me know how you want to do this, or if you jump in the next game. We'll see. It is DPS. It's probably going to take some time. Here, let's see if we can add Randy back in. One of the things I need to do, I need to set up a burner. You'll rejoin in a sec. Okay. We'll just keep playing then. So yeah, having a space to spray in is probably the biggest hurdle. And if you don't have that sort of well ventilated or outdoor space, spray paint art's gonna be tough. The other thing is protection. At the very least, have some sort of mask, possibly goggles. I messed up my glasses. I still have to clean them. I think I did a pretty decent job cleaning this one. I mentioned on Twitter that I needed some advice on how to get spray paint off my glasses, and some of the tips I got: rubbing alcohol, nail polish remover. I haven't tried that yet. The one I saw was like, if it's a water-based thing, you can just like soapy hot water will do it. And so I soaked one and it got a lot of the one lens, but because I didn't have my glasses on when I was reviewing it, I didn't see that the one that was actually like really messed up was the one wasn't the one that I dunked in the water. So we'll have to try it again. Oh, all right, add you again. Okay. I can't view career profile. Why doesn't it? Oh, because I'm queued up. Okay. Let's cancel, add Randy back in. Apologies for the delay. Just sorting through matchmaking and such. But yeah, we'll get in soon. Ooh, I didn't realize that the... Okay, we're in. Uh-oh, no, we're not queuing in experimental. Go. I didn't realize that the experimental thing was on PS4 as well. And that's where they've been trying stuff. I think they've been trying like 3-2-1 comps and whatever other things to see what ideas would work and not work in Overwatch. It's been an interesting run for Overwatch trying to figure out like character balance and mechanical balance, and now they've started hero bans and ranked and an Overwatch League, and I don't know if this is I Overwatch is in a very interesting spot now. I know they've got Overwatch 2 coming, which has the potential to really shake things up, but Valorant is looming, and I know they're different games, and Valorant plays, from what I've seen, more like CSGO. But I think that Overwatch probably has the most to lose if/when Valorant comes out and becomes the next big thing. I still enjoy Overwatch and I like playing it, and I probably won't play Valorant anytime soon because I don't play PC games and Valorant's going to be PC only, but we will see. I hope Blizzard is able to find a way to sustain Overwatch and keep this game going, because they've got amazing characters. It's really fun to play, and I hope they find a way to make this sustainable from a casual play and competitive play perspective. There is an anniversary event coming up, right? I'll try and stream at least once during that. And yeah, while we're waiting here, we'll be back on Wednesday with some more Stardew Valley. Sunday, we'll be here. I don't know what game we're streaming. It might be Tetris, or it might be Tetris Attack. Tetris Attack is going to be out. Panel de Pon is going to be out on the Nintendo Switch on Wednesday this week, and I love that game. I want to stream it. Ideally, I would stream it playing that head-to-head with like Randy or someone else. The problem is going to be the online play of it. It does have online, which is great, but if the online sucks for that game, it's going to really hurt the experience. So I guess it depends on how good that online is, if it's worthy enough to like make that a feature game, or is it just going to be like a random thing I play at the end of another stream. All right, game time. Let's get it. And for those just tuning in, I'm Jet from inthirdperson.com. Personal look at video games, board games, and other nerdy pursuits. We are playing Overwatch today, as well as reviewing some spray paint art I did yesterday.
Comes honor. With honor.
Oh, not enough players. I thought we were playing... I don't know what's happening now. Oh, well. Oh, there we go.
Prepare to attack.
Regina George's mom. Isn't Regina George... Regina George is from Mean Girls, right? I could be completely wrong. That's a movie I've not seen in full, but I've only heard great things. Arjun, welcome back. How's it going? There you go. Yeah, Mean Girls. I've only seen like half an hour of Mean Girls, and it was really good. Shout out to Lindsay Lohan, Rachel McAdams, the whole crew.
Attack commences.
Arjun got his turnips, 92 bells each. How many turnips you buy? How much money did you spend on turnips? Or how many? Yeah, I bought. At this point, I'm in like the high rollers. I buy 300k. Nice. Hope you get a nice grip. I spent between 700 and 800. We were selling at I think 94 today, which is really good. And I bought 8,000 turnips. I only do I do 80 racks because I don't want to do like 3 or more trips to a friend's island when I sell. Uh-oh, what happened? Chan man, don't post links. Please and thank you. Uh-oh. I'm not liking my Hanzo right now. We might have to switch up the style. Although, really, the knight is young. Uh-oh. And I'm... Oh, did I almost kill myself there? Yeah, ugh. I don't like Hanzo in this comp right now. Hey, we got someone down. Oh, jeez. Well, can't really do anything about Genshi. Slither, Io, Agar.
I must redeem myself.
Yeah, we're gonna mix it up. We're gonna go with Ashe here.
My business?
Sorry, I don't know what you mean by... Oh, is that what you were trying to type? Like... Any.io. Oh yeah, that would probably count as a link. Oof. Oh jeez. Shot to the... Yeah, Arjun, otherwise, how's your day going today?
I'm gonna get
You just put 2? I am not following. Oh, okay, I think you're trying to say put 2 dots when you type like a game like that. Okay. Uh-oh. Yeah, this has not been a great run for me. Back out, back out, back out. Let me go heal. Oh, okay. Thank you, Regina, George's mom. Day's going great. Awesome. Would you care to share any of the deets for why today is the best day ever? Or at least just good. I know you didn't say best day ever. I'm putting words in your mouth here, but what is it about your day that's going so well? Also, I'm glad to hear that your day is going well. Oh, no. Uh-oh. Yeah, for me, it's going to be... I think we got some cleaning to do. We're probably going to do more art projects. Probably some tie-dye. Or... Yeah, that's tie-dye, right? Like the... Ugh. Yeah, we're probably going to do some tie-dye shirts. You don't know turnips, maybe? I mean, getting turnips does help. If you're... Especially if you're trying to pay off your house... Or buy some really high expensive items in the shop. All right, Bob, get him. Man, we have not been able to crack anything here. They have just walled up really hard. Alright, whatever it is, Arjun, I'm glad that you're having a great day and hope we can keep it up. Yeah, how far along are you in your Animal Crossing journey? Have you paid off your house? Have you like got that 5-star island? You built that one particular section of your island that was going to be a diner or a cafe or whatever it is that you have envisioned. We've got a wrestling ring in on our island with all 4 proper corners, the blue corner, the red corner, the 2 neutrals. We did not do well there. That was bad. Oh well. I think around 10 we'll do the other or the next piece of spray paint art for anyone who's come for that. Yeah, I did the... We did the... Actually, here, I can share the link on YouTube right now. So if you're interested in seeing the time-lapse videos for all of the spray paint art I did yesterday, not all, 3 out of 4. 3 out of 4. I'll post the link in the chat. This is for, yeah, most of the paintings I did yesterday. Steph did a bunch, and she crushed it. Man, she's so good. She did some, and paying off the 1 million loan. Oof. Yeah. Thank God for the mute button there. Million bells loan is no joke. So hopefully you score big in the turnip market this week and get that money, pay off those bills, get all the rooms in your house, get that basement. My basement now in the game is just the dedicated turnip room. I've cleared out all the furniture and I just throw my turnips in there that I buy every week, and even that's not enough space. So yeah, for everyone just tuning in, I'm Jet from inthirdperson.com, personal look at video games, board games, and other nerdy pursuits. We can take a minute to chat here while we queue up for the next match. What are you guys playing besides the Animal Crossings? Possibly playing some Overwatch. I'm almost done SteamWorld Quest. I'm on chapter 15 of 17, I believe. I haven't had a chance to play it in the last few days, but man, that game is so good. I've talked about it a couple of times on stream, but it's like a turn-based RPG, sort of like a Final Fantasy combat system. Well, I guess that's not even fair because Final Fantasy isn't even turn-based really anymore. Turn-based battle mechanics, but you're playing with cards, so like kind of like a deck building game as your battle system while picking which enemies you want to attack. It's very cool. And it's done by the makers of the SteamWorld series, so SteamWorld Dig 1 and 2, SteamWorld Heist. Those guys are amazing. I think they can program whatever games they want, and I'll buy them all. And then after that, I have a couple other games too. I bought Borderlands 3. It's sitting in the Amazon box upstairs at the front. It's been there for a couple of days, and I don't know, am I the only one that's doing this? Like, you get the package in the mail and you just kind of leave it at the front because you're concerned that somewhere along the way someone who handled that package might have been sick, and so you just kind of leave it there for a while in hopes that whatever might be on there is just dies off. Arjun says, I'm just playing Smash, level 5 CPUs. Okay. Yeah, being able to play Smash against CPU and set the difficulties. It's a nice way of extending that experience if you don't have others to play with locally, or if you just want to play against a computer. I appreciate that. As a single player, there's so much to do in Smash. And Ian says, I picked up a cheap little Picross game called Picross Quest that I'm using as a time killer. Been spending more time right now working on stream stuff, rewatching Avatar: The Last Airbender, and researching for our next RPG campaign. Yeah, working on stream stuff. Oh my god, that is my life now. Like, even now, like, I guess I could just, like, I set it up once and I leave it, but even then, within that, I have to mix from game to game. So the night before, I'm changing the volumes. Overwatch has a somewhat different configuration from the other ones. If we want to play full man behind the curtain, when I play Overwatch, you guys hear like the lo-fi beats in the back. That's playing on Spotify. But when any other game that has the lo-fi beats, it's not Spotify playing. There's another technical solution in place to make it do the thing I want, that allows me to transition between gameplay sound and my own music. And then, but that requires me to manually adjust music before every stream. And you've been playing Picross 2, also Tetris 99. Yeah, that's a good one. You got the Animal Crossing theme, right? Also, where the heck am I wandering? Uh-oh. I am like way off base here. Bye. She just flew right at me. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Aw, man. Took me out. let's get back into the fight here. Defend our home turf. I've only tried Picross once, like a Picross game, and I don't understand the puzzle. Although I also haven't like truly tried. There we go. Bye. Uh-oh. This is bad. This is real bad. Oh man, there's so many shields. Okay, we're gonna mix it up. I don't think Hanzo's gonna work for me here. No, we're gonna stay. We will stay. I will stubbornly continue to play as Hanzo. I'm gonna be that Hanzo main. I just need to pick my spots and avoid Reinhardt and Winston. So avoid the tanks, focus on the squishies. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Ah, I just shot that into nothing. There it is. Hey, there we go. We got at least one. Uh-oh. Get out, get out, get out. Nope. Ah, I can't get out of here. Oh, this is not good. This is not good. Okay. Get him. Last ditch effort. Nope, not gonna work. No, too late. Too late. Well, we tried. And Ian says, the one I am playing adds some light RPG elements where basically you deal damage every time you solve one row or column. And enemies attack you on a timer. It enforces a sort of time limit based on your health, and also requires you to pay attention to which enemies are about to attack and try to solve rows in time to prevent their attacks as much as possible. That's cool. I actually... That game almost made it on a boss rush. Jason was playing it, and I had the B-roll for it. But we ended up cutting it at the last minute because we had a lot of games to cover. Sounds interesting, though. I've been playing the basic Picross S. Picross. Else. Let's do one more game, and then we'll take another quick intermission for some more spray paint art. And we'll do the Rosalina one next. I'm proud of this one because every time I try and paint, I try to do something different or try a different technique. I know technically every painting has a different challenge, but really I'm trying to build my fundamental skill set. Ooh, we got into that one really quick. Yeah, build out my fundamentals. I still have so much to learn when it comes to spray paint art and applying something clean, being creative. Like what? I think that was the big one. One of the pieces that I completely failed at was just I didn't have the right vision for it. And when I painted it, I was like, I like these colors here, but the way that this piece of land interacts with this other thing just doesn't work at all. And it just looks like a blob.
With every death comes honor. With honor, redemption.
And so I'll have to play around with that.
Why did you
I thought about, Randy says, thought about picking up that one and Murder by Numbers, which apparently is Picross mixed with Phoenix Wright. Just all of the Picross mashup games. Picross Watch, just a team-based first-person MOBA Picross game. How would that work? Picross MOBA. Make it happen. Oh, they've got a Sigma. Saw that shield flying into the sky for no reason, really. Woo! Smooth headshot there. Uh-oh. Oh, thank you, Mercy. Where are you? There! Woo! Couple slick headshots there to start. Oh, no! Oh, thank you, Mercy. Yep, no failing. No failing. Hey, we got it. Okay. There we go. Couple nice headshots there. And another one. Alright. Our Hanzo's cooking today. I find that my Hanzo is very streak, like on or off. It's working or it really isn't. Okay, get that out of here. Get that turret out of here. Ah, darn it. Okay, we do have the ult on deck, though. Ian says, Murder by Numbers is pretty solid. It's like 80% Picross and then some fun dialogue scenes. Frosty Light did a great review of it. All right. Yeah, I don't know the exact. Frosty Light on WordPress. Fellow Canadian Frosty Light. Arjun says, heard of Paper Mario, the Origami King. Yes, I saw the trailer for that. I am not an authority on Paper Mario. I've only played the original on Nintendo 64, but I do want... Oh, look at that. I did play the original on Nintendo 64 last year, loved it. And from what I have gathered, that series has taken some weird turns in the last few years that a lot of people have not liked. And strictly from what I've seen, I think it looks great. The graphics are fantastic. The story looks really interesting. I love the cinematic flair in a lot of the game's moments. That said, it seems like there's a lot of concern about the game's combat system, and I think part of that is apparently the combat system in the last few games hasn't been great, and it strays a little too far from what fans of the original Paper Mario games like. I think the rumors don't help. Yeah, okay. Every time I go to a stream or talk about it, people bag on Sticker Star so bad. I haven't played it, so I can't say. I don't necessarily think it needs to be that exact Paper Mario system. That said, I think the rumor mill did not help. The wording of like Paper Mario returning to form might have hurt more than helped. If they just said a new Paper Mario's coming and then like it was a different thing, maybe some people wouldn't be as disappointed in what they saw. But that's not necessarily Nintendo's fault. Nintendo didn't say anything until... Yeah, Nintendo didn't say anything until that trailer, so that's more of like the press, whoever leaked that, and that whose fault is that? It just kind of changes the expectation. The combat system has changed back to the original with a twist. Sticker Star actively does not want you to engage in combat. There's rewards for random battles, and your attacks are expendable inventory, so you actually waste your resources by fighting random enemies. Weird. Okay. Again, I'll have to take your word for it. I am hopeful. I am hopeful that it is good. I feel like Nintendo has done very well this generation with their IPs across the board. Like, all of the name brands have done well. From Mario Odyssey was great, Zelda's the remake and Breath of the Wild were great, Fire Emblem was definitely a change of pace from traditional Fire Emblem games, but in certain ways it's easily the best one. Probably not my favorite, but it's up there. Mario Tennis Aces, I have my qualms with some aspects of that game, but that is also really good and arguably the best Mario Tennis game. Animal Crossing, I think, is not a perfect game, but also easily the best in the series. Like, you can just go on and on. Unless you want to ding them for stuff like Sushi Striker or whatever. You also have Mario Galaxy plus 3D World Deluxe. The rumors of that, yeah. Again, don't know if those are true or not. I'm gonna guess something of that sort is coming. That said, we don't know for sure, and I'll wait. I'll wait to pass judgment until we know. Bunch of headshots in this one. Oh, get out of here. Here. I think we got him. Oh, get out of here, Zenyatta. Now we got him. Get out of here. Yes. Decent run. Decent run. GG's. All right, so I'm going to get out of the queue. We're going to talk about some more spray paint. After we see the highlights, plays of the game. Kindle aimbot. Yep, killed a lot of people. We're going to give Randy the nod on that one. 23 eliminations, 19 objective kills, holding down the fort. So yeah, 15 and 5 with 2 silvers. Not bad. Not bad. Let's leave the queue. And we'll leave as a group. All right, spray paint time. Next piece of spray paint art that I wanted to share with you guys today is, speaking of Super Mario Galaxy, good call there, Arjun. I made 2 Super Mario Galaxy related pieces, and this was the first one I'm going to share. And this is Rosalina, Rosalina and Luma. So let me zoom in here so you guys can get a closer look of what's going on here. So yeah, the canvas is white, and they are the galaxy in this particular painting. And so what actually is happening here is that I first laid down the blue and the white and the stars, sprayed all that in. Well, first I sprayed the outline of where they were, then I sprayed just all of this blue, and then I put the stencils back over top and then sprayed the whole area white to create this effect. So I think the board is a little too big relative to the size of my stencil, so I'll probably cut this down at some point, probably into a square. But for now you get to see it in its full form. It's mostly just empty space. So I will, oh geez, almost dropped it there. That would have been bad. All right, so let's run the tape. Let me get the window back open, and it was I think it's it's the second one here. Oh, spoilers, you just saw the Mario one there as well. So what's going on here? Spray down, create the outline, throw down some white. I wanted to create like a galaxy effect in the middle and then split the two. Didn't quite work out. I actually cut out a step here where I messed up some stars, and so I repainted the whole thing and just was like, you know what, we're just gonna go with the simple application here. Next time I do this, I will make this better. But yeah, see, then you take the bag, you crumple it, and you run it across the paint, and you pull paint out to give it that textured look. And here you spray paint your fingers, and then with the excess you flick it onto the canvas to create stars. And so right now it's just a blob. And then, okay, yeah, that part's a little long in the video. All right, more stars, lots of stars, lots of stars. And yeah, it's just flicks of paint. Then you put the stencil back over top, reposition it. It doesn't have to be exactly where you had it in the first place. I just wanted to get it in relation. I still wanted that streak in the middle, which didn't quite work out. And then you have to put a bunch of weights on the stencil in order to keep it down as much as possible. So we bought a super cheap nut and bolt set at the dollar store. Actually costed more than $1. Dollar stores don't really sell stuff for just $1 anymore. And then you cover the whole thing with a lot of white paint. And so once you do that, you might need to do multiple takes. So you paint the layer of white, you might let it dry for a bit, and then you do another layer on top to get it as solid as you can. I think I only did one, so you can still see some of the blue coming through, which is okay. But if you wanted like solid white, you'd let it dry and then do that again. But I was in the middle of working a bunch of pieces. You don't just focus, unless you have a blowtorch, you're not really doing just one piece. Especially with stencils, you're doing these in layers of like, I'm painting this one, this piece, then I'm letting it dry on the side, then I go work on the start of another piece. And so you kind of have a bunch of pieces going at once. And so now I'm taking the bolts off of the stencil, and this is the scary part, is when you have to peel it off, and you want to peel it off as clean as you can. I did mess up a little bit right there at the dress. And there's Luma, and so that's the painting. And there it is. Rosalina and Luma. So if I were to do this again, some of the things I would make different, I would try and get like a little cleaner of an application. There's a little bit of blue that came up during me ripping out the stencil. There's a little bit of an outline around the dress. Like, this is super minor stuff. It's not that important. Like, spray paint art also is not supposed to be a precise art. But yeah, there are a little bit of flubs here. The big thing though, I wanted stars and comets in here as well, but I hadn't figured out how to do them properly until like my very last painting. So this one's just like kind of your basic texture, galaxy texture with stars and such. So yeah, I'll bring that up to the camera one more time so you can kind of see the detail in the galaxy there. So yeah, that's the Rosalina and Luma. This is the first one I did where like the background was all white and the galaxy's on the inside. So yeah, cool. That was one of the cleaner applications I did. All right, you guys ready for some more Overwatch? Play. Quick play. DPS, go. All right, I'll try some Junkrat this time. Junkrat. Oh, I also have to turn off the window capture here, the browser. Speaking of Galaxy, you're actually replaying Galaxy right now. Ooh, Galaxy is on my list of games to replay. My backlog is forever. I did beat it back in the day. I didn't really like it. TBH, I know it's often regarded as one of the best games of all time, and I didn't get into it at the time, and I wonder if I just wasn't in the right headspace for it. I think I will just wait till it comes out on Switch before I try it again. Yeah, I beat Galaxy 1. That was the one where I was like, I don't know. And then Galaxy 2, I played it for like an hour, and I was like, I'm not into this. So I just stopped. Sorry, ashy hands. Should have put lotion on these before. But yeah, for those just tuning in, I'm Jet from inthirdperson.com, personal look at video games, board games, and other nerdy pursuits. We're playing some Overwatch and then checking out some spray paint art that I did yesterday in between. I've showcased the Into the Spider-Verse piece and the Rosalina one. We'll probably do the one I don't have video for next, my original painting. The one that I think was the most fun because I wasn't using any stencils. It's just a very classic spray paint art of like, here's some planets and some stuff. There's another piece. I have some other art up right now. This is probably still my all-time favorite piece. I call it Above the Clouds, and it was just, yeah, the application of the different layers of paint going into the sky. I think the moon looks great in that one, and the clouds, which I actually tried to do clouds today or yesterday, and I failed horribly. on my test pieces. It wasn't until the very end where it was like, I got it, but I didn't have a piece that really needed it. What types of art are you guys into? Are you into writing? Are you into drawing? Do you like to act? Do you play instruments? I've only started doing spray paint art last year. I've only done it like 3 times now. I was inspired by a spray paint artist that I met at a convention. I saw him paint, and his paint, actually right here, the Goku one. I actually figured out how to do a lot of what he did there. I was considering it, but I'd basically just be copying his art. I didn't want to do that. You can find him on Twitch over at... I'm going to throw the link in the chat. Sam Nat. He's been streaming on Twitch since a lot of the all the conventions are pretty much shut down for the year. And he's still painting, still doing commissions. And you can watch him paint live over at SALMNAT. He's also on Instagram as well. I follow him there too. And he does fantastic, like, geek art spray paint things. One day I aspire to be somewhere in this guy's realm. Ian says, big ones for me are writing and acting. I like to sing, but haven't done that in a formal setting for a long time. Well, you can do it in an informal setting. You've got the stream now. You got the microphone hooked up. Just do it. I like music. I enjoy singing. I'm terrible at it. My mics now, if I were to sing, I have like the best microphone setup for it. But I am, yeah, no, y'all don't need to see me sing that much, if ever. The idea of singing on stream is deeply terrifying to me. I hear you on that. I hear you on that. I think, yeah, once the camera's on and you're doing this for the world and there's just a permanent record of you doing that thing, that can get very uncomfortable just thinking about. And it's something that you kind of have to balance. Like, thankfully, like, yeah, I don't have to do singing because singing is not my thing on stream. I do have some instruments though, and sometimes I play them very poorly. I think me prefacing the fact that I play the instruments poorly gives me more personal license to just play and just go with it. Man, these Overwatch cues. Okay, there we go. I was just about to pull out the ukulele, but it's game time.
Arriving at Watchpoint Gibraltar.
Let's get in here. For those just tuning in, I'm Jet from inthirdperson.com. Personal look at video games, board games, and other nerdy pursuits. We are playing some Overwatch this morning and reviewing some spray paint art I did yesterday. What other sort of creative hobbies do you have? I think, yeah, creating content is probably my big one. I've been writing in at least in third person for like 11 years now. I think it's over a decade now. And I kept a personal blog before that for a number of years. So at this point, I'm probably close to 20 years of blogging, which is, yeah, that's crazy to think about. And then, yeah, making videos has been fun. And streaming. I really want to do the YouTube thing again. But for now, it's, yeah, we're streaming and then kind of taking moments of the stream and cutting those into 1-minute chunks that would work on like Instagram and such. All right, let's go. I see double shields. Let's smash them. Chuck him. Okay, just keep lobbing them. You're gonna give me that lane? I'm gonna take it every time. Bye. Uh-oh. Who's behind? Who's behind? I also need to heal up. Let's go find some healing. Da, 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 da. Are there any types of art that you're just like, I'm terrible at this? I'm playing instruments I know I'm not great at. I can play the drums okay. Everything else is mediocre, is pretty bad. Drawing used to be one that I used to love. I can't do it. I can't do painting. I'm terrible at. Anything that like requires me to hold a brush, I'm awful. A couple of years ago, for Yasha's birthday, Michelle hosted a Bob Ross party where she bought everybody supplies and canvases, and we followed an episode of Bob Ross's show. And mine was easily the worst. Just like not even close to being at all representative of what the actual painting was supposed to look like. Yeah, I lay on the paint too thick. I don't understand how to make the lines and fill I don't know. It just doesn't work out for me when I paint. Uh-oh. We got a line here. Oh. There we go. Get out of here. Oh, no. Ah, I'm down. You have 16 stars. I'm guessing for Mario Galaxy right now. That's a good start. Ian says, not good at instruments either. Any visual art. I know some people like my goofy style for Adventure Rules, but the actual process of creating it and the actual quality of it is not good. I like your art, Ian. Just saying. Is there any art that I would want to get into? Crafts. I'm terrible at crafts. I think watching like everything related to like cosplay, all the skills that my wife uses to build out costumes and such, like no, I have none of those skills. I guess 3D printing has become more and more of a thing in the world of cosplay, and I probably could figure that out, but like the sewing and the wig styling and putting on a wig and forming armor and all that stuff, no. Oh, this is a terrible run. I say this as I repurpose some blog art for transition scenes on Twitch. Yes! Man, I want to get transitions back on stream. The computer's not powerful enough for it. I talked about the computer in June. Some recent events. In light of some recent events that I'm not going to talk about here, I may have to back off of June. We will see. I think it's going to be a TBD. But when the situation settles down enough that I feel comfortable... Oh man, that did like almost nothing. When I feel comfortable spending that type of money on this hobby, I will do it. Worst case scenario, I end up with a big enough nest egg to get an even better computer than what I was originally planning on doing. I think I was still planning on building like something that's in the lower mid area, but if we're in a place where we can build something even beefier than that, I would consider doing that. Just partially to future-proof myself and possibly open up more creative avenues. Ah. Bang. It's kind of, speaking of cosplay, I think one of the interesting things about cosplay, like, and it's funny, there's two parts of that word, costume and play. It's a mix of those two things. There are people who are really into the cost part and not into the play part. And like, it's totally, if you really like making that costume, that's great. But I know cosplayers who like really like the process of making a costume and wearing it and like doing photo shoots and stuff. But like, if you were to compete, oftentimes there's a performance part to it where you go on stage and you have your music or your skit, and there's certain cosplayers that don't like that part of cosplay at all. Yeah, it's more than just like dressing as the character. There's a level of acting and performance art to it as well that some people like, some people don't. And I'm sure there are other cosplayers who don't like actually making the costumes, but they love being in the costume and playing out that character. Thank you, Moira. Yeah, we got him trapped. Yes, we got him. All right. Here we go. Run it. Ah, get. Where is everybody? Where is everybody? There. I'll take at least you. All right, we've got less than 2 minutes, but we only got one checkpoint. It's right there. It's right there. We've got the shield up from Winston. Oh, geez. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. This is bad. This is bad. Uh-oh. 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 Ah! Okay, 1 minute to go. Let's see if we can make this final push and break through. All right, blow that up. Man, we're right there. Let's go, squad. Ooh, look at all that red. They are just all climbing up there. Maybe it's a matter of flanking. I don't even know how to get around that. If I die now, though, that's it. So let's try. There we go. Get him, d.va. Get out of here. Hey, we got the team kill! Yes! Get out of here. Yes! There we go. GG's. What a push at the end there. Oof. I also realized I made a big boo-boo. I have not been recording any of this stream. Oh man. Oh well. I'll just have to upload directly from YouTube. It's a lot faster. The image quality is not going to be as good, but rookie mistake. I gotta hit record, then I do the voice changer, then I do the air horn. That's what Tony Montana said, right? First you hit record, then you change your voice, then you hit the air horn, then you get the women. All right, well, it happens. Murphy's Law of Streaming, as Adventure Rules once coined. And for those just tuning in, I'm Jet from inthirdperson.com. Person look at video games, board games, and other nerdy pursuits. Playing some Overwatch, reviewing some spray paint art. When was the last... Did we do at like the top of the hour because I've got like 2 more pieces left. Okay, after this game, we'll do one of 2. I think we'll go with my original art piece next, which I don't have video for. And yeah, I'm looking forward to putting all of this art on the wall at some point. I do have 1 piece of spray paint art here, but yeah, maybe we'll get some more. I've made like at this point like a dozen pieces, and we bought a ton more boards, and I'm looking forward to getting back out there again, spraying more stuff, and trying to find a way to incorporate it more into either the website or the social media, or finding a way to either sell these or give these away. We'll probably incorporate it into the Extra Life marathon at some point. Oh man, there's so many question marks about Extra Life, because so much of what I do with Extra Life revolves around a lot of people coming into the house, and if we can't do that, I mean, it's in November. I think we'll probably be able to have some people at the house by then. We'll see. Yeah, I'll probably incorporate at least prints. I think I'm in my head, and this is way too early to be talking about it. I was thinking of like, hey, if you donate X amount, I will send you some of my like prints of my spray paint art.
Everyone signed their life insurance policies?
Five,
4, 3, 2, 1. Someone's gonna come out from up here. d.va, why are you shooting up there? Okay, no one's coming out from up there. Oh man, I shot that dynamite way too soon. Oh, here they come. Uh-oh. Heal up. Oh no. Oh no, they just stormed right. Wait, waltzed right in. This is not good. Also, who's on their squad? I saw there was a Reinhardt. 6. Everybody in the... Yeah, I think we lost the point. Immediately lost the point. Now we have a tough road ahead as we try and... Okay. Okay, just outside the hacking area. But wow, they're like all over us. Darn it. This is not good. Also, Ashe is not working out here. Let's go back to, oh, Junkrat's already taken. Hanzo's not gonna work any better. Alright, let's see what we can do. What do you guys got going on this weekend? Oh, there's some stuff on TV, or stuff on YouTube this weekend. So, I did not wear this intentionally, but Prince's Purple Rain concert is on YouTube for this weekend only. I know not everybody's a fan of Prince. I love Prince personally. I think he makes some amazing music, especially during the early days, like Purple Rain era. I'm wearing a Purple Rain shirt right now, which was not intentional. It was just the next shirt up on the pile. But yeah, shout out to Prince. R.I.P. Make sure to watch that if you have even the slightest interest in Prince's work. Check that out. Also, Cats the musical is now on YouTube right now, like the full performance. And yes, Cats is horrible, but if you are curious, the movie's horrible. The musical is probably just as bad. But if you have a morbid curiosity about Cats, there it is. So we're gonna watch at least Prince today. We do have to clean up the house a little bit. There's still like spray paint stuff all over the place, and some food we have to put away. We did some grocery shopping and we didn't disinfect everything yet. Hey. Thank you, Batiste. Did they back up? Oh, they're right here. Oh. Unload! Uh-oh. I just YOLO'd my entire clip. I tried. I'm trying, guys. This game's not gonna work out.
That was not
But we will hold on for dear life. Oh, no. Oh, no. And Kim says, hey, Jet, just wanted to say hi quickly. Cooking roast potatoes in the background as usual. Hey, Kim, good morning. Oh, good afternoon. Enjoy the roasted potatoes. I'll say we almost had roasted potatoes yesterday. We might do it today. I had a plan for roasting potatoes. I don't know what the UK way of doing it is. If it's in the same style as what I would be making or something else, but roasted potatoes sound delicious. And yes, a recurring topic in the later levels and extended cool kids of Twitch on cool kids of WordPress on Twitch community. I wish you all the best. I'm sure they're going to be delicious, and I'm very jealous. Jeez. We're trying really hard here. I think all things considered, the team has been fighting really hard. Has done a pretty good job holding them off, at least at this. Ah, there it is. Oh.
Let's clean up this mess.
And Kim, while you're here, who do you think won Eurovision this year? I'm sorry I did not get to watch. We were spray painting yesterday. Which country won Eurovision? And I don't think I have to worry about bias. I know you were not particularly fond of what you heard of the England performance, and that's it. GG's. That was not a good run for our squad there. You guys up for some more spray paint?
Play of the game.
Bang. Oh yeah, Reinhardt just kind of smoking everybody here. Wow. And there goes my head. Ugh. Oh, all their team got it? Oh, UK nil points. Wow. Shots fired. Damn. All right, so we're gonna get away. We don't need the game view right now. We don't have video for this one either because my phone died, ran out of battery. So note to self, if I'm going to be recording outside doing these videos for spray painting, have the battery on deck. And then also probably cover it in a Ziploc bag. I use... So in order to prop up the camera stand that I use, the camera stand now has paint on it, so that's fine. I took a board game shelf, like this really plastic modular board game shelf, put the stand on there, and now one half of it is just covered in paint. Well, I'm okay with that. All right, so third piece of art. I see Kim says, and thanks for joining Gaming Diaries 2. This one was an original composition. I saw that we had, not this side, this is just like mess at the back. Spoilers, yeah, the back of spray paint art is gonna look something like this, white with splotches of paint. I had these colors. There's like a pink that I wanted to use, and I wanted to get in stars and comets, which I just figured out how to do on a different sheet. Shoutouts to Steph for teaching me how to do it, because I'd done a bunch of experiments throughout the day. I couldn't get the comets working till here, and then just before this I experimented with like the star technique to create like the shine. And here, I'll just show you. Here, I'll back it up a bit so you can see the whole thing. So this is very much like a classic spray paint art technique. We've got two planets here. There's one big pink and white planet here with the light source was going to be in the middle, which is kind of this like green aura thing. And then yeah, the black because the light's not here, so kind of shades out the side. We have like a yellow. There's a little bit of purple in that planet too. Most of it kind of came out as I was ripping out paint, but there's touches of purple in there. There's kind of like this like metallic green teal color that kind of like glistens. This one's very shiny. I think it's partially the clear coat and partially because of the green in that was like very it had like sprinkles in it. It was very weird. And then as you can see, I've got like these stars, the cross shapes that I just figured out. How you make those is you take a flat piece of like Bristol board and you spray the board, and then the residue of the paint goes below to form that straight line. You just want like a quick shot so that it lines across or down. If it's not straight, it creates crooked shapes. Here I messed up and I accidentally did two because I couldn't see it, so this is almost like a tic-tac-toe pattern in there. Don't worry about it, it's fine. It's fine. Yeah, I think I enjoy... Oh, and the comets. The comets are here. Let me zoom in here so you guys can see. The comets are here, like at the top, at the right. That particular shape was one I really struggled to make until the very end of the session. Glad I figured it out. The way you do that is you take a piece of Bristol board or whatever your board is. Let me zoom out. You take a piece of your board and you fold it in half, like, or curve it in half. If you want it to be less pointy at the bottom, you curve it, and then the curved part you have just touching your board, and then you just spritz lightly, and then the curved board creates that sort of like fanning out shape. Ian says, I mean, if you hadn't just described it as messing up, it could easily be played off as an intentional choice for that particular star. It looks good. Thank you. A lot of spray paint arts like that. Like I've seen like even the pros, what's his name? There's not that many spray paint artists on YouTube. There's like the one I watch the most is Sketch, S-K-E-C-H, Sketch Art. Him, Aristotle, A-E-R-O-S-T-O-T-L-E. There's one in like in a Latin country who's like a super legit artist. He carves stuff into his paint too. His stuff is next level. I just use like standard stencils and spray painting techniques to create these particular effects. The one thing I wanted to do, another thing, is that the green aura part was not supposed to be that. I was trying to make like a sort of spiral galaxy, and I took one shot and just poofed all over the canvas, and I was like, well, I guess I'm scrapping that plan. So I ended up just kind of spritzing it around. I'm gonna have to know that from next time, is this particular can is like very much a shotgun blast, and it's very wild, so I can't really focus aim it on anything. If I just need to create like a vibe, then that's where I would use it. So yeah, of the paintings that I did, I know this one doesn't have any superheroes or video game characters or anything on it, but this was my favorite to make, and maybe my favorite to look at as well. I just like the freedom of being able to kind of make whatever I want and form it from there, versus like with stencils of like, does this appeal to the brand standard? Would this character be in this situation doing this thing? And then you have the stencil, and is the character floating in space? Do you have to make ground for them? How do you paint all of these layers on top? With something like this, you can kind of just do whatever you want when you're just working with your own stuff. Put that back. And there's one more piece of spray paint art to show. I've got video for that one too. It's Super Mario in the Galaxy universe. So let's queue back up. Actually, I will queue in as a tank instead. Let's go do some tanking. And yeah, I know the logistics of doing spray paint art is going to be difficult for most. You definitely need space with proper ventilation. But if you have the space and you buy like 1 can of black spray paint, 1 can of white spray paint, some glossy Bristol board, and probably a drop cloth so you're not ruining your table. It's a lot of fun. You can watch. I started doing it after watching the guy who did this Goku painting do it, and I was like, wait, this looks amazing. Also, it doesn't look that hard. It's harder than... Yes, it's harder, but no, it's not. There, you can, at an entry level, your very first painting is probably still gonna look cool and impress your friends. With just a couple of techniques, like if I'm just gonna paint the planet with stars, and you've got the light source right of just like, on one side you paint a little bit of white, on the other side you paint a little bit of black, like you're Gucci. You're gonna make something that looks great.
Let's shoot for a new high score.
Yeah, I was hoping to get Randy here at some point to do it in light of all of the things going on. Maybe not anytime soon, but at some point it would be great to have him by, and we'll paint it up. All right, time to tank it up. Just keep firing. As Biggie once said, stay low and keep firing. Keep extra clips for extra... Ooh, can't say that. Uh-oh, yeah, that was not great tanking right there. I did have another idea for a painting. Oh, okay. Yeah, so some of the ideas, please don't steal these. I had an idea for a Notorious B.I.G. one. This is one, here, I'll talk through the process. I had this idea. I wanted to do one with the Notorious B.I.G., but I had these 2 other pieces, and I was like, is his head just floating in space? And are these elements just floating in space as well? Is there a cooler way to showcase this thing? Like, I just couldn't figure out the art direction, the layout. So I just didn't do it this time. But if I can figure it out for next time, that's what I'll do. Also, there's another particular technique that I want to do that requires multiple layers of stencils, but I have to find the right stencil or make a stencil. I have no art skills whatsoever, but maybe it's a matter of like editing the stencils myself so that I can create the effect I'm looking for. Oh, get out of here, Zenyatta. Nope. I'm not going out like that. Nice try, Winston. Tried to boot me off the stage. Uh-oh. Hey, guys, where... Okay, we got at least 1 down. Oh, no. Where is everybody? Craig David just came on the radio. It's a sign. Ah, yes, Selecta. Maybe I need to do a Craig David tribute spray paint art. Just like, what would I do with Craig David spray paint art? You probably do like a pretty good portrait. I'm trying to think of the lyrics for the song 7 Days. On my way to see my friend who lived a couple blocks away from me. As I walked through the subway, must have been about 3:15. Beautiful. Okay, so it's maybe him on a subway meeting that beautiful honey with the beautiful body. Or something with a calendar. Met this girl on month. Man, Craig. Shoutouts to Craig David. I know he's still active. I do, yeah, musician ones, I do want to do tributes for that. Like, I have an idea for a Prince one. I have an idea for a Biggie one. Craig David would be fun, too, if I can find, like, the right... I know no one would care except you and me, Kim, but... that would be dope to make. Oh, man. Yeah, I'm open to suggestions. on what to paint next. I think going forward, I want to do at least some original stuff. Like I was talking with Steph about this, and I think the stuff with the stencils, it's great for social media. They're fun to paint as well, and you get something that looks like something. I don't know if that makes it looks like something that exists in the world already. But I also want to do original work with more like fundamental skills in spray painting, like mountains and waterfalls and planets and all that stuff, just so I can freeform paint. And hey, literally Tony, welcome back. How's it going, my friend? T.zone, literally Tony. Oh geez. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, come on. I know we're doing a not bad job, though. They've only got one stock left to get this. Craig David USA. Craig. Yeah, what would if I were to do like the Canada? What would the Canada spray paint art be? So Tony, you're just tuning in. I did some spray paint art yesterday. I posted a video of me doing a Spider-Man one on Instagram yesterday, and I've been showing the art today. I've got videos for how I made it as well queued up, and I'll show the last one a little later on stream. Asking about the weekend. Yeah, we did sweet Overwatch matches. I don't know if they're sweet. We're doing an okay job holding down the fort, but I'm definitely far from a Overwatch pro. Yeah, I go shoot that robot. All right, here we go. Here we go. Ah, no! Darn it! I didn't use my mecha activated time, and that could have been a huge game changer right there. Oh man, D.va's so dead. My D.va's so dead. Okay, we probably still have time for one more ult. If we can just get them out of the point. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, we did some spray paint art yesterday. Tony, my wife and I set up the backyard. I recorded some video of it. It was a lot of fun. The weather was beautiful here in the city. We got up to like 20 degrees. I was sweating out there. It was great. I am all for the return of spring and summer weather. At least in the northern hemisphere. Uh-oh. Bye. Get out of here. Oh, I just blew up a bunch of mines. They're still here. Oh no, I lost the... Oh no! Oh no! Okay, she has to... There it is. Take her out. Stand in the point. Just stay alive. No, not you, Bob. No, not you, Bob. Get out. Stop it. Stop it, Bob. Okay, go. Please hold on. Winston, no, not you too. There, okay. Get the suit back on. Here we go. Okay. Get out of here.
Victory.
And Arjun's got to go. Okay. Take care. So yeah, I'll show you I'll give you the quick tour of the 3 paintings we've done so far. I did, yes, 3 of the 4 that I've shown on stream while we queue up for the next match. But yeah, I'll post all the videos on Instagram and Twitter as well, if you want a better look at them. All right, so that was the play of the game. That was a pretty tight end to that. Yeah, we'll vote for a player to start. Not biased at all. I know he's my brother and all, but look at all the healing he did. 6,700, and he took 24% of our damage. Shock, welcome back. Oh man, you got the epic version of the money gun there. Oh, hold on. I gotta do this properly. Let's get the voice on there. Thank you so much, Shock, for renewing your sub. Tier 1 for 4 months now. And yeah, if you do more than 3 months, you get the epic version of the money gun with the multiple camera angles. So there it is. That was for you, man. All right, let's switch over to No Game for a sec. Tony, I'll show you these art pieces that I've shown on stream so far. So the first one we showed was this Into the Spider-Verse inspired piece. We got Miles Morales and the buildings up top. Oh, we're about to get into the game. I should pick. The last one I just showed on stream was Rosalina in the galaxy. You can see the detail on the space. I know I'm going super fast because I want to pick my character. And this one, an original piece with some planets and some pink stars. We got kind of a teal ore there and some comets as well. Ugh. Yeah, d.va worked out there. Let's go with that. And yeah, there's one more piece. I've got the video queued up for it. We'll show in a little bit the last Mario one. How about you, Tony? What you get up to this weekend? Or so far? Also, it's long weekend here. Shout outs to Queen Victoria. I cannot tell you a single thing about Queen Victoria other than she used to be on our money before Queen Elizabeth showed up on our money for the entirety of my life, and then some. Once Queen Elizabeth, does that mean like the next time around we will be getting somebody else? Like, heaven forbid the Queen, but would the next in line get there? Will we have to change all our Canadian money to get the next king or queen of England onto our bills? Ampshock says, fact, her name is Victoria. Great. Do you know what her secret is? I have not figured it out. If she gets you a day off, she's worth celebrating. This is true. I actually, oh man, I think because just the way things worked out with my company, I actually got Friday and Monday off, which is brilliant. So 4-day weekend for me, thanks to Queen Victoria, thanks to my work. Bye, d.va. So yeah, we're on day 3 of 4. Time off, which is fantastic. The first day, what did Steph and I do on the first day? I don't even remember. Oh, I still had a meeting. I still had to take a call in the afternoon, but in the morning we streamed, and then in the afternoon we did some other stuff. Yesterday was spray paint art. It was spray paint art. We did some grocery shopping. We watched Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. That's a really good movie. Still a really good movie. And then today we're streaming Overwatch today and taking care of some other stuff. Uh-oh, this is bad. And Tony asks, is everyone's enjoying the long weekend? I'm gonna guess no, because the vast majority of my viewership is not from Canada. I can probably count on like one hand. I mean, Randy, my brother, is. The most of the people who watch this channel are not local. Although I don't know, do they celebrate Victoria Day weekend in the UK? I'm gonna guess no, but I don't know. Maybe Queen Victoria has some sort of significance in the entire royal family. Nope. Ah, darn it. Like, will we be getting a Meghan Markle Day? I for one would be totally down for Meghan Markle Day. Cause yeah, Meghan Markle, she's great. She was on that show Suits. She spent a lot of time in Toronto. Her and Prince Harry actually met in Toronto on a blind date of all ways. Man, imagine that. Imagine getting set up on a blind date and it turns out it's a member of the royal family or like some super high up person. Like, imagine like your dream celeb crush is just like the person you are meeting on your blind date. even if they're not your crush, like if some, I'm married, so this might get me in. I'm not gonna inject myself into that situation. But if it was someone that I greatly admired from afar as a celeb, guy or girl, really, like if I was set up, hey, I want you to meet someone, and it happened to be like Shigeru Miyamoto, I'd lose my mind.
Capture the objective.
Otherwise, though, I think the vast majority of people who have gone on blind dates have not had it work out where they went on a blind date with a royal prince or princess. Anyone have any experiences with the... Oh man, that's gonna... I don't know if anyone has any good or bad. Maybe you have met the love of your life through a blind date. Maybe you went on some really bad blind dates. I don't know. Feel free to share if you like. We can take Batiste. Yep. We can bully him out. Just whittle him down, whittle him down. There we go. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Bye. Ian says, or even someone remotely likable, to my understanding. Man, just to... that idea. Here, broader question. Okay, assuming you're not in any sort of relationship. In a hypothetical world where you are single, would you go on a blind date if a friend said, hey, I know someone that I think you would be great with, or you should try out? Would you do it? You're not gonna win that battle, bro. There we go. I think we're doing pretty all right with D.va so far. I mean, we're just... okay, we just got the point. I know. But, generally speaking... Of course, D.va, my original bae in Overwatch. She's the character I played exclusively for, like, the first few months of this game's life. Before I was very stubborn at the time. Bye. That guy just flew himself right off the stage. Man, that was a really bad play. Wow. Uh-oh. That was not a good call. Like, no one's here. I personally have never been on a blind date. I typically need to have known someone for a long time to feel comfortable trying to romance them. That is fair. I wonder... I don't know. If I was in the dating world now, heaven forbid, I don't know how I would go about it. Like, Steph and I started dating just before, like, the Tinder era of, like, where online dating kind of just became, like, the norm of where you meet people. I don't know if I'd be comfortable / okay / good in that realm. And yeah, blind dates, I don't know if I would be inherently against it. I guess it would depend on the person. Oh, almost flew out of the stage. And depending on where I was in life. I don't think I would rule it out entirely for the sake that it's a blind date. Though yes, blind dates do have the potential to go really bad. Okay. It's really a test of the person setting you up. Yep. They make great stories. Oh man. I'm still mad at this particular person. They've moved on since. Okay, here we go. I'm spilling tea. I'm not gonna say who I'm not gonna name names. Oh geez, we're in the middle of the game. All right, back to the game. There's a friend of mine that I went to school with in high school, and a friend of mine that I went to school with in college. And at the time, they were both single, and I was like, hey, you should go and meet this person. And I guess I set them up, and they hit it off, and things were great. And then one of those two people moved to another city. They moved to a city that was hours away, and the other one ghosted them. Just stopped calling, stopped contacting, and yeah, that was not a good look for me. And I have not set up anybody since. Both of these people have since moved on. They've got their own families. They're married. They have their own kids. Maybe it wasn't meant to be, but I did not appreciate the way that one of my friends handled that situation. I get it, long distance is tough, and maybe they weren't into it all the way at that point, but I don't know. Please don't go do some sleuthing and try and put that together. Kim says, here's a story. A couple friend of mine set up her and her best friends. They were married within 6 months and divorced a month later. Whoa, that caused a lot of problems at parties. Wow. Married in 6 months and divorced a month later. Gee. That is quite the whirlwind. I know everybody's arc in love is different. I would generally say, generally speaking though, don't get married within 6 months of meeting someone. Probably a bad idea. Not to say that it's not. I know people... Here we go. I know there's another friend whose parents... they met each other while one was on vacation in the other's city. And as they were about to split from the airport, he proposed to her. She said yes, and they've been happily married ever since. Had kids, have grandkids, worked out great. Generally speaking, though, give your relationship some time before you're ready to make that jump, because otherwise it gets messy with the separating and all the legalese and the money and possibly kids and all that. I forgot d.va's a lot of fun to play. I normally don't play d.va on stream, but this, I think we've been doing great. I know we're losing really bad here. Hey, get that double kill. I mean, sometimes that's just how life is. You get caught up in the moment. Absolutely. Especially in love. Man, love makes people do crazy stuff. Or fail to see things that are really bad in a relationship. I'm not gonna lie, I love reading Reddit r/relationship advice and just seeing some of the situations that arise there, and like part of me is like, dude, can't you see that this person is human garbage and you should not be with them whatsoever? And on the other hand, like, I totally get it. I've put myself in situations where it was really unhealthy and bad for everybody involved, but I thought that I loved them, and that's why I stayed longer than I should have. Yeah, I married Pete. That's pretty crazy. The emotional stuntman Pete. Shoutouts to Pete111. And we took the L. I had fun though. Look at that. 31 and 4. 2 gold medals. I did my thing. I did my thing. Let's do one more match and then I will show the last piece of art with the video. So yeah, I did a Mario Galaxy inspired piece. And yeah, if you're interested in watching the videos, I'll post a link back on in the chat if you're interested in watching the time-lapse videos of me doing 3 out of the 4 pieces from yesterday. There it is. Yeah. Oh, I should have voted for... I voted for myself. Yeah, 4 medals, 2 golds. I'll take it. And yeah, for everyone tuning in, I'm Jet from inthirdperson.com. Personal look at video games, board games, and other nerdy pursuits. It's a Sunday if you're watching live. After this, probably going to eat some lunch, and we've got some cleaning to do. We're going to do some tie-dye shirts today. I should have taken a picture of the last tie-dye shirt we did. It's like a very simple, like, blue and white thing. It's very easy. It's very easy to tie-dye, and you don't need nearly as much stuff as spray paint art. You don't need like a special room or anything. Whether you want to wear a tie-dye shirt, that's a whole other thing. But for the purposes of making tie-dye shirts, it's pretty fun.
Select your hero.
Darn it, I was That's not fair. That's not fair. I wanted d.va, and they took... Our tank snuck under my nose while I was drinking the water. So, okay, we're just gonna have to play Wrecking Ball instead.
Attack commences in 30 seconds.
Oh, I got some blind date stories. Here we go. So this was last year. Steph and I went to a board game cafe. There was this one girl who, she was probably like 20s, 30s. Sat down at the table, and like, this is a board game cafe. You go, you get your drink, you play board games. 1, she was by herself. 2, she wasn't getting any board games, didn't look like she had any energy. She was just sitting there on her phone like, this is kind of weird. What's going on? And then about 45 minutes later, guy shows up, and it's like, hey, I'm blah, blah, blah. It's like the hand, like, oh, this is clearly like a first date sort of situation. And they started talking. I remember them being very cold, like in their conversation. He was very standoffish and didn't seem all that interested in being there. I remember him very specifically. They were talking about like art. She was asking what he's into, and he mentioned that he really liked anime. And then she was like, oh, you mean like Pokemon? And she was like, he was vehemently like, no, Pokemon is not anime. And I'm like, actually, I wasn't gonna step in and be the actually in that story, but Pokemon very much. It was this just very weird standoffish conversation. She was trying to get the conversation going. He was not really into it, and here's the moment of truth. So they got a couple drinks. They had a board game out. They asked someone for recommendations, but they ended up just getting like a Monopoly or something. Like something very classic board game. Not that you're Super Catan or anything like that. And they played for like 5 minutes. And at a certain point, I think the guy was like, I gotta go. And what happened next? She was like, okay, they're about to go. He goes to the bathroom, or she goes to the bathroom. And I can't remember the exact way it went out, but like, I think it was she went to the bathroom and he dipped. He left her to pay the bill. And I was like, oh man, that is very scumbaggy move to kind of eat and run like that. And yeah, that's so cool. Yeah, he didn't even pay for himself. Like, even if you role reversal, switch the genders around, doesn't matter. The fact that you didn't even like have that conversation or offer to pay at least your half to just leave and let the other person take care of it. Ugh, big yikes. That was not cool. A scumbaggiest. Yep. So gonna guess that things between them didn't work out. As a spectator, though, that was pretty funny. And just like Steph and I were super into like, ugh, what's happening? What's going on? Is this gonna work? And no, I don't know if you guys have witnessed anything like that at restaurant, people like breaking up or doing the, oh, I gotta go, the emergency call. I have one from London. It wasn't a blind date. These people were clearly in some sort of Okay, I need to watch my words here. You know, I'm gonna save that one. Maybe Kim will talk later. Here we go. Okay, here we go. Swing. Yeah, we're not even close to pushing the point here. I am having fun swinging around and hitting people, but we're not doing a very good job at actually like moving the payload. There we go. I just bopped. Uh-oh. Hey, there we go. Crush d.va. That's nice. Hey, there we go. 5-player kill streak. I hope she has found someone awesome who makes her happy. I hope so too. I hope so too. I hope everybody does, but not everybody's going to work well with everybody. And yeah, Rush. Oh, one more question, Kim. Actually, with the couple that like got married within a year, was that like their first relationship? I can see that. Like, if you're at a certain point, I think everyone's first relationship feel like, oh man, we're gonna be together forever, and then it doesn't work out. I think, and especially if it happens at an age where you're like old enough to get married, maybe you rush into it more. I think there's also certain religions and cultures where generally the timeline from dating to marriage is very short. Sometimes it's long. Steph and I were together for 8 years. It was a long time before we got married. We definitely took the scenic route, but happily married now, and we definitely, man, Steph hates it when I say this. Definitely take advantage of the marriage tax breaks. Amshock. Yeah, with the air horns. And yeah, I said, yeah, Amshock, I'm glad you enjoyed watching the video. I will try and do more. I don't know if I'm ever gonna stream the spray paint art. I think one of the things I noticed along the way, there's a lot of dead air. There's a lot of, oh crap, I've messed this up. I have no idea what I'm gonna do, and you're just staring at a canvas for 15 to 20 minutes, and I'm not on camera, I'm in the house. So there's definitely some logistical challenges to figure out. Another one is, how do I view the chat? Because if I'm using my phone as my camera, how do I read the chat? I have a separate tablet. Do I then like put a Ziploc bag over it so it doesn't get paint on it? How am I looking at the chat while I'm also trying to paint? Like, there's a lot of questions to figure out if I'm ever gonna do it. It seems a lot easier and like to make videos of it and just show you the good stuff instead of me trying to stream like when I cut down all the videos of like how much of it's actually painting, it's like 15 to 20 minutes of action, and then the rest of it is like me off screen or me trying to figure out how to fix something I messed up. I don't know if it would make for the best viewing experience. Doesn't mean I won't try someday, but for now, I think the video solution is going to be the way I go. And yeah, right after this match, I will show the last painting I did yesterday. It mixes a couple of ideas. Amshaw, think of Bob Ross, who just said inspired silly stuff like little tree over here. Yes. It might be something like that. I don't even know what kind of commentary I would do for spray paint art. There's lots of swearing. Oh, that might also be the problem. Lots of cursing when I do spray paint art. This is a family-friendly channel. I try to keep it that. Not to say that I don't swear IRL, because actually I swear a lot. Oh man. We took out like everybody there. Oh, and I hit the mic. Sorry about that. $60 seconds remaining. Final push. Let's go. Nope. Okay, can we... Come on, let's go. 30 seconds remaining. Can we put... Oh, geez, they're behind us. That's not good. That's not good. Okay, keep pushing. Keep push. Oh, geez. Oh, no. Oh. I don't think this is gonna work out, guys. GG's. GG. Oh, overtime. Hold on. Gotta believe. No! I just ran right into that. That was bad. That was bad. And this is probably it. Well, we had a good run. All right, let me show you guys like one more art piece. We'll get to the we'll do the play of the game and then we'll queue out.
Play of the game.
Ah, there d.va got it. What happened? Dropped it on everyone's head. Die. Oh, and there go. Oh, I died too, and all my mines and Randy. GG's. We'll give it to anime lover LJ. I've got a bunch of loot boxes. Let's do that at like the end of the stream. All right, one more. Let me queue up the video here. So we'll get that in and switch back here. So one more piece. I know I showed you guys this one, and a lot of the times when you see spray paint art, you use a ton of black, and you use a lot of black because it's space, right? I saw an artist, his name is Sketch Art on YouTube. He did like the inverse of this, where instead of it was white space with then black and white planets, and I was like, ooh, that would be fun and different. And so I was like, okay, I want to do like a negative universe sort of deal. And then I was working on stencils and like, what if I have like Mario in there too and jumping between the planets? And then I was playing around with him being black and white, but I decided to throw in a touch of color. So this is not it, not the piece. The one piece I did, there's a couple of other things I did as well. So here it is. It is my negative universe Mario Galaxy painting. And so what's happening here is, yeah, Mario's jumping from this rock here to this one over here. The techniques for this and this are very different. This one uses you spray a whole bunch of paint, you throw down like your plastic bag or your magazine, and you peel off paint, which creates this texture. With this one, you spray a bunch of colors and then you get a flat piece and you drag it back and forth to create that sort of look. And then you flick paint on for the stars, and at the end I sprayed Mario in red just to kind of stand out a little more with the rest of the painting. I wanted to do the stars, the cross-shaped things and the comets, but I hadn't figured it out. This is one of the first ones I did. I figured it out at the very end. If I were to go back, I would definitely put in more stars and comets and things. But I think overall this is pretty solid. So let me show you how I actually painted this. So we'll go back to this view, and I think it's the first video, so we can just start from the top. Yep. So here it is. I use spray paint tricks. If you're trying to create those perfect circles, frisbees usually work great. You can use plastic cups, any sort of round objects that have that sort of lip. Ideally, you want something with a thin lip so that it doesn't create like that very defined circle when you're painting. So yeah, the first step, you usually outline the circle with black paint or anything that's visible. You really just want to know the general area of where you want to paint. Man, this 4x slow, or this 0.25% speed's a little slow. I started with some white, and then I can't remember which version of this. This might be the one where I cut out the part where I sprayed black. Nope, yeah, then I sprayed some black, and then I used the plastic bag to take the paint out. I personally prefer plastic over, I know like plastic bags are terrible for the environment. I've had issues using magazines, even glossy magazine paper, with it sticking to the art itself. So I like the plastic bag because it doesn't leave any sort of residue. And right now, plastic bags becoming more common because of like coronavirus. People don't want to use reusable bags. So we only use the stuff from our Walmart trip today. So yeah, there's a lot of dabbing. It took me a bunch of tries to get that texture that I wanted. And then I throw on that shadow because I wanted it to be dark, like the dark. I don't think it actually, yeah, it showed up a little bit in the final painting, and then you cover it back up so that you can work on the rest of it. And then this one, yeah, threw down some white at the bottom. You can do this in any order. You can do black and then white. You can do black, white, black. I've seen people layer it, and then yeah, taking that flat piece, drag it back and forth. I probably would have gone slower and spaced it out a little more so that there was more of the lines in between. But overall, I thought that looked pretty cool. Yeah, there is it. Like, did I go quite far enough? Like, no, I needed to go a little further, and then throw the cup or the bowl back on. I had some extra paint that splotched below. I still had some extra paint, so I just spread it as thin as I could, and then I was gonna cover it in white anyway. This one actually took multiple attempts. One, I messed up. I think I messed up stars on this one, which is why I simplified it, but also some of the gray, more of the gray was coming through than I wanted. So I let it dry for a while, and then I sprayed another coat of white on top to get it more solid. And yeah, so this one of the all white, then yeah, you spray the paint on the tips of your fingers and you flick onto your board. They usually recommend flick the first one off to the side and then just do the rest so you don't get like the big splotches. Like there's a couple of really big splotches on this. I'm not very good at getting the remaining things off. This is still a technique. It seems like the simplest thing of just like, yeah, just flick paint, but it takes practice to get like the nice thin layers without the big clob. So now when you take out the lids, you can see the planets look really nice. It looks just like blobs when you start, but once you take it out, then there it is. And the final step, put down some paper. I have the stencil, the negative this time. I peeled all of them out, and then you gotta pull it like super clean. Hopefully it comes out clean. If you're using Bristol board, use the glossy side down so that it comes up smoother and it doesn't stick. So yeah, peeling out Mario, and there it is. And that's the art. I just threw a layer of clear coat after, and there's the painting. Ta-da! Sweet process. Thank you. It's really fun. If you have the opportunity, I know not everyone has the space and the infrastructure to do this type of spray paint art, and it kind of looks scary. It's really not. Well, getting the space is very much a real concern. They all look so good. Thank you, Gaming Diaries, and welcome. Yeah, if you get the opportunity to do it, like, it's not hard to this. You can learn it in like 10 minutes, and odds are the first thing you make, like just doing the most basic thing of like, you can take Mario out, take this planet out. You just do, hold on, I have the wrong camera on. If you just do like one planet with flicking the stars, take this other planet out, take out Mario, you can do it in under 10 minutes for your first time, and it's probably gonna look awesome. So if you ever get the chance, I highly recommend trying out spray paint art. Of course, Gaming Diaries fellow streamer over at Gaming Diaries recently got Twitch affiliate. Ugh. Stacking all those bits and subs. Make sure you check out her stream and support her as well. All right, let's get a couple more games in. Sorry, Randy, to keep you on hold that long. Tanking was fun. Oh, hold on. Change roll. Here, I'll pick all three, and we will let the RNGs decide what we play. I'll switch back to me here. Yeah, for those just tuning in, I'm Jeff from inthirdperson.com, personal look at video games, board games, and other nerdy pursuits. Let's take a moment to shout out all the other streamers in here. So throw down some quick links. Shout outs to literally Tony. Definitely follow him on Twitch. Great community there. Very positive. Plays lots of RPGs. Playing some Code Vein right now. I see my frame rate's dropping a bit. Thanks, ISP provider. I see. Shout out Gaming Diaries. She's been streaming a lot throughout the weekdays. It's been great watching her stream, especially during these times where I'm working from home, and it's right during like the start of my work day. Who else do I see here? Ian over at Adventure Rules did his first stream last week. It was great. He's going to be streaming again this week on Thursday, 8 p.m. Can't forget Kim and Pete over at Later Levels. Of course, they just did their Eurovision Division stream, where Kim was watching Eurovision and Pete was watching the Division. I'm gonna have to go back and watch that later today. Hopefully. Also, I realize, are we not queued up? No, we were not queued up at all. Sorry about that. There we go. So now we're joining the queue. I was wondering why it was taking so long. Is there anyone else? I think that's it. Oh, well, shout out Randy too. Twitch.tv/player2start. I am shout him out because he does stream from time to time, and I gave him a webcam so he can stream with his face. So there is that. No pressure, Randy. That webcam is now being passed on generations. Mike gave it to me to give it to you. And then once you have your channel established, then you pass it on to the next person. I'm still not streaming with your face. What other D.va costumes do we have? We got the white rabbit? What's this? Oh, that's just a different color. No, we're gonna go with the Junker. Yeah, well, face or no face, the choice is yours.
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
Quit screwing around and get ready to move.
Yeah, I'm ready. Born ready.
All systems operational. d.va, ready for combat.
Get here. Coming in. 5,
4, 3.
2, 1.
Man, the one thing I don't like, face or no face, the choice is yours. I think this not throwing shade at any particular streamers, but I really dislike the tactic when streamers are like 10 followers and I'll turn on my microphone, and 20 followers and I'll turn on my webcam. I think that's gross. Like, sure, you can do it, no one's stopping you from doing it. I just think that's a scumbag way of getting people to watch your channel. And you know, usually I don't think it works out very well for most. I could be wrong. Maybe I've completely missed out on the streamer meta. but the idea of like holding your audience hostage to see like those parts of your stream. Like you are, if anything, you're hurting yourself. Your camera and your microphone are the most important parts, and you're actively making your show worse by putting it behind that kind of gate. Gaming Diaries, I didn't even know that was a thing to do. I've seen multiple streamers do it. It's, I don't think it's that popular any, I don't know if it was ever popular, but it's definitely a thing I've seen across multiple streams of people doing it. One of the grossest ones I saw, there was these two guys, and they literally stopped their stream until they gathered $20 in donations. And this is not, this is before we even get into the like the Bad Bunnies and the Invader Vice of the world. $5. Oh man. Well, there's a variety of different tactics you can use, some better than others. This is true. And I myself am not a Twitch expert, but I feel like that the holding the camera and the microphone hostage is not a great strategy. Nor do I think, yeah, stopping the game until people pay you money, probably a bad idea too. I mean, I've heard of the I'll quit if I don't make so many sub donations, which weirds me out. Yeah. I think there's I don't know, putting the onus on your audience of like, hey, if you don't give me money, I'm not gonna do this anymore, that feels really gross. And I do understand there are people who stream as their livelihood, and for those people there probably is a threshold of like, if I don't make this much, I have to go get another job or whatever it is. But to actively put it out there of like, hey, if you do not give me X amount of dollars, then this is not happening anymore, just doesn't sit well with me. Uh-oh. Damn it, hard. He saw it coming. I mean, yeah, I think the most recent high-profile example would be like Bad Bunny, but then Invader Vi as well. Probably not worth it to look at those examples or follow their lead. It also just sets like a bad precedent of like, maybe you go viral and the next time you go on stream you get a big bump, but like then you're building yourself off. You're just attracting like more toxic people to the stream. Okay, there we go. Uh-oh. We should probably get back here. Who is it? Oh, d.va, yeah. Get out of here. Get out of here. You're not gonna win this fight. You're just not. There it is. All right. Anna, go away. Go. Stop it. What?
10 seconds remaining. Overtime.
I've got, oh, okay, we failed. Damn it. We were right there too. All right, well, I've got this ultimate on deck for whoever wants a giant pile of shrapnel. Uh-oh, this is bad. Okay. There we go. Oh, maze in this game. I find... Okay. Uh-oh. Shields up. Okay. We're laughing. There was also the... I guess speaking of tactics and stuff, there was the one streamer who was selling their bathwater. Here we go. Question for the group. I have been looking into the logistics of like selling merch, possibly like selling the spray paint art or giving that away or whatever. All seriousness, guys, would you buy my bathwater? Discuss. Oh man, I don't know how I'm gonna feel if you guys say yes. That would be... No. Okay. Thank you for being honest, Alex. Not buying... No to buying anyone's bathwater. That's fair. The streamer who did the bathwater thing did sell out of bathwater. I don't know what happened afterwards. Or what people did with the bathwater once they got it. But it did sell out. No, sir. Okay. I appreciate everybody's honesty here. Oh, come on. I just spent, like, the last 5 seconds just shooting that pool. But yeah, that's another one of those tactics that, like, sounds horrible on paper, but that person made it work. And no, I'm not gonna sell my bathwater. Thank you. Thanks to viewers like you. I know better than to not do that. No, I was never gonna do that. I don't care how pretty a streamer is. I'm not buying stagnant water she theoretically sat in. Hey, we did it. Okay, here we go. Celebrity water story. I think I've shared this on stream, and this is kind of gross. And in retrospect, like, does anyone remember Cheyenne on MTV? So I used to work for a radio station, and okay, this is gonna get weird. This is gonna get a little weird. I used to work for a radio station here in the city. They played pop, but they were best known for dance music. Anyway, I worked an event with an up-and-coming pop artist on MTV. They had their own reality TV show. They were up and coming. And after the event, this person left behind their bottle of water. And I thought, you know what? I've never gotten the opportunity to like have like a random thing from a celebrity. I'm just gonna take this water. And so I had this person's bottle of water in my house for years. I had their DNA in my house for they didn't go really anywhere after that show. I'm not gonna say who they are. You could probably connect the dots. Some super sleuth is going to connect the dots and figure it out and then send them this clip, and I'm gonna be like feel really uncomfortable about it, but there it is. Radio, huh? Cool. I guess your skills are transferring to streaming. Kind of, yes. Kind of, yes. I definitely use a lot of what I learned in radio broadcasting to form like the content for the show and my general approach. I actually wrote a guide on it, or I wrote a post on it on my blog about how I do that. Yeah, is this like a certain way of using my radio skills? I think so. It's definitely different. They don't teach you how to talk and play video games at the same time or interact with a chat live. That's definitely different on radio. It's just yourself, or you're talking with someone else in the room, but having this like direct dialogue with the audiences, it's different. I ended up throwing out the bottle of water, by the way. But I held on to it way too long. I threw it out when Steph and I moved in together. But I had that bottle for years.
Routing power forward shield.
Maybe if it was like a more prominent celebrity, maybe I would have kept it longer. I mean, no shade at this particular person. You had a great run. And it's not like I have my own reality TV show. Have you guys ever done anything like that? You just like, if you had the opportunity to meet a celeb and like just kept like one random thing of theirs? I have a friend. I'm not gonna name names, but again, you can probably piece to. Okay, I'm not gonna out this person in this particular way, but one of my friends is a super fan of a particular band. So much so to the point that she took a road trip to this band's hometown, and she put dirt from the ground from that town into a Ziploc bag and kept it. I don't know if she still has it, but that is a thing she has done. Do you have any sort of like fandom artifacts like that, of like that maybe would think twice? Like, I don't know, something that's beyond like I bought a poster of theirs or I have their CDs. Oh man, this is not. Ah, darn it. Alright, so we've got the ult. Let's get it. Oh geez, I used my rocket. This would be the perfect time to... Bye. There we go, we got two of them out. Actually, I have a way of bringing this conversation around that isn't weird and creepy. On Disney Plus, there is a show called Prop Culture, and it's a show about like a lot of the props and artifacts from movies, that some of which still exist. And it's very cool seeing some of the things that people have kept. A lot of things got destroyed, but certain pieces, like the gun from Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, that like giant zapper. Throughout the movies, they actually like they modified the same gun for the second and third movies. And so the state that it was in was like the third movie. And during the show Prop Culture, they actually like restored it so it was back to the Honey, I Shrunk the Kids 1 form. And that was cool to see them restore it with like the exact parts. Well, maybe not the part. Yeah, it was pretty much like a one-to-one recreation, and it was crazy to see the prop masters being able to put something like that back together again. Do I have any other like weird remnants of fandom of like why do I even have that? Or they're just weird or odd? I have lots of stuff. I don't think it's overly weird. Yeah, the Jordan jersey, the posters. I think I still have... Okay, I have a newspaper, because I was in... When the Toronto Raptors won the NBA championship, I happened to be in England at the time, and so I have a newspaper from England on the day that it happened. Now, again, that's not like weird. That's not that weird. All right, let's get back in.
I play to win.
Anybody got any exciting plans for the rest of their Sunday? I've heard at least one answer involving roast potatoes. I might try to do some roast potatoes. I want to do some With the weather warming up, I would love to do some barbecue. but we are currently out of gas. Our propane tank finally kicked the bucket, and I need to buy another tank. Tanks are expensive. I did not realize how expensive propane tanks were, because when my wife bought it, she was with her sister-in-law or her sister and her mom, and they bought it. I had no idea, but when I went to buy it, I was like, what? It costs this much? It would probably be cheaper with the trade-in, but we didn't have the tank to trade it in. Amshock, I have to make an infographic for my non-verbal communication Gen Eco class. Oh, that sounds very interesting. Non-verbal communication Gen Ed class. All right. Yeah, I hope it goes well. Best of luck on the schoolwork. Man, that reminds me of the time, I think it was last year, I went to my school's 50th anniversary, and just seeing how the kids learn now, the fact that there were hardly any computers at the school because all the students have their own laptops. Like, the school provides the laptops for them to work on, was pretty nuts to me. And also the fact that I'm old enough that I remember, like, the overhead display where you have the acetate sheets that you put on the display and it projects it onto the wall. Like, I don't think that happens in schools anymore. All the classes have TVs and stuff. What a time to be alive. There we go. Get out of here. Also, one of the things that I've noticed has changed since I've left school, handwriting. My handwriting's horrible. I've always had bad handwriting, but it is way worse now. The fact that I never write anything by hand anymore. So when I do write stuff, it's just chicken scratch. Oh, that's funny how, like, the technology changes, and I could be wrong. I remember reading a quote from a philosopher who was really upset that, like, the advent of writing was going to make people dumber because they wouldn't be forced to memorize as much stuff. I think with any sort of innovations, there's always the curmudgeons of like, back in my day, it was better. There it is. Uh-oh. Get out of here. Oh no. Bail out. Oh man, we are not going to win that fight. I'm not going to win any of this. Yeah, we got to go. Ooh, we got that ultimate. While we run in, shoutouts to everybody that came by today to hang out, watch a stream, chat. Amshock, Tony, Gaming Diaries, Adventure Rules, Player 2 Start. Thanks for playing with me as well. Arjun, everyone that dropped by, appreciate your company. Always love having you guys hang out on stream with me. That's why I do this. I can play video games by myself anytime, but it's not every day I get to hang out with you guys. And so yeah, much love to you all. And again, here's my obligatory shout out to all the lurkers. Much love to you guys as well. I appreciate the support, and I hope you are having fun watching me be terrible at Overwatch. And me bringing up weird topics of conversation, such as whose bathwater are you buying? There we go. Oh, I don't have... Hey, we got it! Alright. We just gotta win one more.
to 0.
I thought how are we doing game wise? 6 and not really doing much.
I can't wait to get into the fight.
Who's on the squad? We've got Arisa, Randy here as Brigitte. Ooh, we got an Echo.
All right, game face on.
All right, game time. Let's go close them out for the win.
Capture the objective.
I'm excited after the stream. At some point, I want to play some SteamWorld Quest as well. Wrap that one up, and then I can post the review on the site in thirdperson.com and play some other things. Here's a question for the group at large. 2019, in terms of games that have come out this year, has this been like a good first half? Or not 2020, jeez, I totally forgot what year we're in. Has this been a good 2020 for you in terms of gaming? Have you gotten like a lot of new games? In particular, like the games that have come out this year. Has this been a good crop of games for you? I think the only 2020 game I bought is Animal Crossing, and then everything else has been like games on sale in the Nintendo eShop. And then I got Borderlands, which also came out last year. And again, that's an older game. But like 2020 games, there hasn't been a lot for me. Definitely feeling the end of life cycle, at least on the PlayStation and Xbox side. And then I think chat's working. Hey, welcome back, Pete. Was the chat not working before? Was it not working for anybody? That stinks if so. Oh. Oh, shields up. Uh-oh. This is bad. Take out. Get out of here. I need to get help. There we go. Healing.
다시 완벽하게 작동한다.
Chat's working. Couldn't get in. Yes, I would buy your bathwater. Thank you, Pete. I appreciate your honesty. I will when the in third person bathwater is released, you will get the first bottle. Now, does it matter if I get into the bath with my clothes on, or like, are you guys okay if it okay, I'm gonna stop there. That's it. But bottle one will go to you, Pete. Hey, all right, let's go. That 99-0 comeback. Ian says, could be more impressed, but that's not to say that this year's games are bad or anything. Not particularly large number of games I've been super excited about, though. I hear you. Like, I'm looking forward to Paper Mario in July. I'm TBD on The Last of Us 2. I think moment to moment, The Last of Us was not my most favorite game to play. It did have an interesting story, though, and the last 25% of that game was fascinating and had an ending that really made an impact on me. I'm not entirely sold that I'm going to get Last of Us 2 at launch, but it is something that I probably will play at some point. After that, I don't know. I think the big thing for me is, like, Nintendo's been really quiet on what they're doing for the rest of the year. And because Nintendo is what I play mostly, there hasn't really been a lot to look forward to. That said, PlayStation and Xbox, they're also like winding down their current gen support, and so on the Sony side, it's really Ghost of Tsushima and Last of Us 2. Xbox, I don't really know what's happening on the Xbox side right now. But I have a feeling I'm not gonna be excited for most of the games coming out this year until we're talking next gen. until we're talking PlayStation 5 and Xbox, and I will say the stuff that we've seen for the Xbox Series X, not that interested. Not that interested. I am hopeful though that both companies are able to put together something fun and interesting for us to play in the future that takes advantage of this new hardware. But right now, I don't know. And one of our teammates just fell into the hole. Great. Thanks, bro. Oh no! Yeah, I've been saving up for next gen, and I'm gonna get one of the two. One of the two. I know I've been playing mostly PlayStation this gen. I did have both. It's not too late for Microsoft to sway me. Not too late. Are any of you guys like super excited for what? Here we go. Here's my question. What do you hope to see like in the next generation of gaming with new hardware? Like, are you looking forward to better graphics? Are you looking forward to like even larger multiplayer games that go beyond like 100 people, 1,000 people? Are you looking for smarter AI, better frame rates? What is your hope for this gen? I want to see... One, I'd like to see the graphics get better. I felt like this gen was an incremental bump from the last. But more than that, I just want to see games that wouldn't have been possible. And not just like, we made this prettier. I want to see like new gameplay ideas that are unlocked by having new hardware and extra power, and I don't know, I think we're at a point of diminishing returns on that stuff. Or just like we have hardware, the graphics are not going to get that much better from generation to generation, and the ideas for games maybe not as creative, and definitely like on the AAA side where we'll take it now. Where on the AAA side, games have gotten so expensive to develop that they're just being safer and cranking out lots of sequels and service games, and we don't get as much weird stuff. Ecliptic Disc, GG's, play of the game. Alright, we're gonna get... Wow, our Reaper got 5 gold medals. All of them. Just the best at everything. How did we do? How do we do? Not entirely the worst. But that's going to do it for... Actually, here, let's open these loot boxes and then we'll wrap it up. I like the flipping of the emote there. That's nice. Here, let's open these boxes. Hopefully we get something good. Dun-dun-dun. Okay, we got a new skin. Skins are always great. Let's equip that. Sure, we'll... yeah, we'll take the rocket spray. We'll replace that. Ooh, lemon lime. Yeah, sure, we'll equip that.
Sit down.
5 more boxes. Skins, yes. Oh, wait, what? Oh, no, I don't want to buy loot boxes. Heaven forbid. Buying loot boxes. Ugh. Okay, we got a new victory pose for Symmetra. Nice. Ooh, I actually took out the actual tag. Have any of you guys made the jump to buy cosmetics in video games? That's something I have yet to do. I guess I did buy a Capcom anniversary pack, but that was more to support. Okay, so I've done it one time. And that was more to like donate towards the prize pool of Capcom Cup. Oh man, I don't know if my mic is set in such a way, but yeah, stomach audibly grumbling. I think it's time to eat. I like the rock, like the just bring it. Okay, couple more boxes. 3 more. Oh man. Yes, I like that one. Let's go. You bought in-game loot back in 2006. What'd you buy, if I may ask? You get that horse armor in Oblivion. Is it Oblivion? I know it's an Elder Scroll game. Whoa, 500 currency. Make it rain. Yeah, we'll take that victory pose for our Lamborghini Mercy. I've been reluctant to do it. I know there's definitely a market for it and a lot of people who like to buy cosmetics, but it's just been a weird mental barrier for me of just like not feeling comfortable doing that. Oh, last one. Lineage 2 stuff. It's a Korean I know Lineage 2. Actually, I have a Lineage 2 story. Ian says, not recently, but I have bought costumes in the past for games. I remember specifically buying the Kessler outfit for Cole McGrath in both Infamous 2 and in PlayStation All-Stars. Ooh, PlayStation All-Stars. I have not thought about that game in forever. Actually, since the last time you brought it up, I know you and... Oh man, I like all these. Okay, we're gonna take the gun out. Oh, I don't like the gum eat as much as any of those. Yes, we're gonna go with the Wrecking Ball victory pose. And last one, Reinhardt skin. These are all good. Okay. I should have taken out the one that looks like that. Yeah, Lineage 2. This will be the I wrote a blog post years and years ago about Lineage 2 because there was a story about a player who got like really obsessed with Lineage 2 to the point where they destroyed their life, went bankrupt, lost family, friends, and they sued the company over damages of making this like addictive game. And I did a little bit of digging of like how well would that case hold up in court, and I have no idea what happened. And I stumbled on like the definition and like the legal definition of addiction, and like there's different kinds of addiction. There's man, I'm gonna mess this up. There's 2 kinds. One is like a chemical addiction, and then one is more like mental, emotional. I'm not the best person to talk about this. I had it better thought out in my blog post, and I talked about like, does this person have a case? And I think it comes down to like the difference between like a product giving you a chemical reaction that changes the way you behave versus you being addictive because of just you being really into it, or having some sort of, or being more predisposed to get addicted to that particular thing. And my blog post actually got cited by a US university's legal department, where they had their own blog, and they shouted out my blog post and said this guy Jet actually has an interesting point on the case that may bear out based on like the definition of addiction, and the fact that in this particular case the game is not like mentally changing the composition of chemicals in your body to make you behave differently, and that might make a impact on the ruling. That was maybe the single smartest moment or smartest thing I've ever written on my blog, to get shouted out as a valid source by like a legal school I can't even say the words. The legal educators of a US university. So there it is. That is as far as I know about Lineage 2. Can't tell you a single thing after that. On that note, no, we are going to wrap things up. Thank you all for hanging out today. Thank you, Alex. Thank you, Adventure Rules, Pete, Kim, Gaming Diaries, literally Tony, player 2 start, Arjun, everybody that came by, much love to you all. We will be back on Wednesday with Stardew Valley, and the Sunday game is going to be a TBD. It might be Tetris, it might be Tetris Attack. We'll see. On the schedule when I post it tomorrow, it's probably going to be listed as TBD. It'll most likely be one of those two games, or it might get really weird. Yeah, one of those things. But for now, though, I gotta go get some lunch. If you're not already following me on Twitter and Instagram, make sure to do that at In Third Person on both Twitter and Instagram. And check out my website, inthirdperson.com, for more articles and videos on video games, board games, and other nerdy pursuits. Pete says, thanks for the stream, dude. Big loves, chat. Yeah, thank you guys for dropping by. Always appreciate you here. Now,
it's time to go. Peace out, dudes. Would you buy my bathwater? Selling for only $999. And only half. I will take all of your money, and only half of you will get the actual reward after I'd snap.
bye, everybody.